Mark, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. I've
And
admired your films for many years.
Thank you.
Is this one of the most difficult roles you've ever played, though? Because it's that whole CGI thing must be slightly disconcerting, or does the makeup or anything else there help you get into character?
Yeah, it's weird. It's different. I don't know about the most difficult, but you have to use your imagination a hell of a lot, and there's a lot of time spent in the makeup chair in terms of prosthetics and stuff. But it helps you, or it helped me, create this guy and be different from myself. But the day that I walked into the big blue room with the cables and the cameras and absolutely nothing else there, it's a strange environment that you have to create in your own mind.
And does that make playing off the other actors all more important? So when you've got scenes with Ryan, or you've got scenes with somebody else, does that make that bit more? You need to spark. It needs to work.
Yeah, well, Ryan was my only link with reality. He was the only other human being, because my compatriots, Kilowog and Tomar Ray.
CGI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a whole sequence, in fact, in the movie where we go and we fight the evil Parallax, and I realised while I was watching it, rather than when I was doing it, I'm the only human being in the whole scene. Everybody else is drawn in.
Are you that much in the scene that you just don't feel that, or is it just at the time, or is it just that you've forgotten that you were?
I didn't really put two and two together, because when nothing's there, you're shooting a sequence of reactions. You're not talking to anybody. I was just shooting a sequence of reactions. So I was just thinking about how I would relate to this thing without actually looking around and thinking, there's nobody else in this. Everybody else was drawn in.
And how did Martin Campbell or DC or Warner sell the role to you, where they're like, you get to be really heroic? It's the opposite of a villain. You get to be heroic, but it's obviously a similar level of intensity. Yeah. But is that how they sold it to you? Is that how Martin and the studio sold it to you?
Yeah, well, he sold it to me originally by telling me he thought I looked like Sinestro, which I'm never really quite sure how to take that. It's certainly not a great compliment, is it? But when I went and I had a look at the imagery of it, how he looked, I really wanted to see if we could get that right. And once I went in and read the story, what I like about it actually is it's not just a big blockbuster movie reliant on effects. There's a whole kind of the themes that run through it, the whole coming of age idea, a young man who's irresponsible, finds this ring and has to grow up and step up to the plate. And the idea of conquering fear and the balance of will and fear and needing courage. I quite liked all of that, and that's so typical of comics being written in the 40s and 50s for young kids, trying to show them how they should behave.
I mean, yourself, you've been a working actor for many, many years and been very successful at it. But the past few years, since the rock and roll, around that time, things just got crazy for you. Things just went a little nuts, body of lies, and reviews just started getting incredible.
Oh,
so how has the past few years been for you? Has it just been a bit of a whirlwind, or has it's kind of been building towards this for you after all years of hard graft?
It's been amazing, but I'm long enough in the tooth to enjoy it, and it's been a long time coming, but I haven't been in any hurry. I remember even when I was back at drama school, one of the first things that one of the teachers said to me was, if you want to be an actor and you want to be in this business for 40 years, you've got time. And I want to be doing it until I drop dead. So I've not been in any hurry, but now I'm making hay while the sun shines. And
I can't leave you without asking about the Guard. You shot up Guard with Brendan Gleeson and Connemara on the West Coast. Yeah. It must have been a strange experience for you.
It was fantastic.
Freezing out there in Galway.
I was the honorary Englishman.
Well, Liam Cunningham was very much an Irishman.
With Liam and David Wilmot and And I remember the day that I left, Don Cheadle arrived. And I remember looking at Don at breakfast thinking, you are on a planet that you're going to take a while to understand.
It's a very funny film as well, so that's coming out now soon too. But it was an absolute pleasure to meet you, Mark.
Oh, thanks you
for your
too.
time, sir.
Yeah,
thanks a million.
You too.